EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Alberta Classic. Our featured golfer is already 5 holes in. Let's take you out now to the 6th. Even par through the early portion of this second round. Frank, not a bad spot.
Yeah, sort of rocking on ready, sitting on go. That's what it looks like right now.
Excellent looking shot here. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Now the approach to the par 4 6th.
A nice layup off the tee. You can virtually hit this shot with your eyes closed. The yardage isn't going to change. Doesn't matter what you put in front. So just dial it in on that yardage.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Well, Frank, how about this hole? 602 yards of par 5, although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. It's 602 yards these days for a long hitter.
What are you saying? It's a drive and a 7-iron?
That's a mid-range par 5.
Well, yeah, 2 woods. The longer hitters will definitely get at home there, especially in good conditions. But bunker down the left, avoid that, carry that, and then we can think about the second shot.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass.
Second shot.
Frank, it's always nice to play good golf, but it's just as special to be somewhere where you realize how fortunate we all are to be able to enjoy God's green earth. I mean, this is just an amazing spot.
Well, I know our game's seasonal, Rich, but amazingly, this is the whole area completely under snow in the winter. And then, once the sun comes out, the snow starts to thaw out. You're left with this beautiful golf course just in amongst nature, and you can still be competitive with it. So you can be sort of smelling the roses, as we would say, and still testing your own talents.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Frankie's going for 2 birdies in a row.
If he can knock this one in, then that's certainly going to help the confidence.
Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some red numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
Good question.
140 to the flag. Strong winds continue to be a factor. Frank, I know you've played all over the world. How much did you enjoy the challenge of playing into a stiff breeze?
Well, it was a chance to separate yourself from the rest of the field, Rich. Just like these conditions we're seeing right now. You've really got to be smart. Pick the right shot. If you get too aggressive on a day like today, you'll pay a far more severe price than normal.
Club selection obviously is crucial.
Oh, it's imperative today.
Take an extra club or 2, choke down.
Very much so.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Oh, I thought he had that.
Well, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Just love the variety here on the front side, Frank, coming off that short par 3/8. Now we go to another par 5 to round out the side, 501 yards.
And the third par 5. Interesting front 9 here. 3 par 5s, 3 par 3s and 3 par 4s. This one not the longest par 5, but still reachable. This one you have to be a little bit careful though. This is probably the toughest driving hole on the front 9 with regard to par 5s.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
That is classy.
Yeah, chance of going in.
Just 5 feet left. Excellent lead for birdie to move to 5 under for the tournament. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Frank, earlier in the day, we were talking about how this round was pretty much off the rails. I'm shocked that he's put it back together.
Yeah, he looked early on completely out of it.
And this is looking really good. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. That was not a very good read right there. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. So off the long par 3/10, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally, down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down. Well, when he goes after it like he is here, that is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing. It's got a tail on it.
Yeah, that's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. Frank, I know you like boxing. That was some heavyweight power right there.
Smoked it.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. So that is a top 10 performance through 2 rounds, Frank.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with 2 rounds left in the tournament.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live 3rd round coverage of the Alberta Classic.
Ah, nice.
Looks good.
That's a ginormous tee shot.
Second from an excellent lie. There are a number of really good and important grow the game initiatives out there. One of those is the First Tee program, and that allows youngsters who otherwise might not have an opportunity, the chance to put a golf club in their hands, allows them the chance to pick up this game and learn some of the core values that come along with it. It's about much more than making a score. It's about integrity. It is about responsibility, values like that. And this game is just so good in instilling those kind of characteristics in young people.
Well, Rich, if there's something to be taken out of this tournament, then it's that right there. Eagle. They've been hard to come by.
Maybe he can build on that. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank. Only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15 foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. Maybe just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
Appears to be tracking well. Well, that's how you play the game, right there. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now, 9 under for the tournament. So we'll round out the front side here at Banff Springs with a par 5 and reasonably short at only 501 yards.
So very reachable because of that yardage that you just referenced. Hole bends a little bit to the right. You can favor the left side with a tee shot. It's just going to make that angle on the second a little bit easier.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, as we get set now for this second shot to the par 5 ninth, what are the options for the player?
The biggest thing to take into account, Rich, is just the general terrain in front, because you can always use that to your advantage. I know the green pitches from left to right. You've got two choices. Just sort of aim it a little bit left, let it kick down the hill, or just try and sort of turn it back towards the flag. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Really well done, just inside of 5 feet there. So this is the third shot to the par 5. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
Stuck the follow through right there. This could be really good. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Frank, this is a good position to be in for a player. Making birdies, making some moves.
Yeah, starting to get the momentum, too, for the finish.
On the tee here at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4. Is this a drive you like to hit, Frank?
It certainly is, Rich, but it's a little narrower than what your eye first sees. And the reason why, there's a tree sort of another 40, 50 yards down the right side past that bunker. So if you hog that right side, that tree can become a little bit of a problem for the second shot.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Frank's second shot here at 11 is pretty short, but it can be tricky.
It can. The various different levels. The highest point on the green is that back left. It does roll down to that right side, and then, of course, is the front portion in the middle. So you've got to be just cognizant of trying to fly the ball the right distance. But when that flag is in the back left, to err a little on the left side, not such a bad thing.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, yeah, birdie, Frank, and another shot closer.
Sniffing in the right direction.
So through 54 holes, a really good position inside the top 5 with 1 round to go.
Yeah, and those handful of players that we're looking at, Rich, they certainly have looked the best players this week, which makes tomorrow look like a real thriller.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Alberta Classic. Par 3 13th, it's 225 yards. Frank, you happy walking out of here with a 3?
Yeah, take a 3, go to the next hole, unless it's match play.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
Even par currently. Just a fraction too aggressive. Remember, line and speed go together.
Sometimes you want that birdie so badly, and all of a sudden you're faced with a lot of work, more work than you had hoped for, just to make the par. Too bad, misses the putt and an opportunity. Just a little tap in here. So another bogey on the scorecard. And Frank, what happened this week?
I think it's a week to forget, Rich.
Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's a par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, what are we looking at on this approach shot here at the 14th?
This 14th green just built up a little bit. Got to be careful you don't miss this green on the left side. It'll just kick all the way down. And it'll be a difficult little chip up the hill. But once again, second shot's not too long.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Settles in over the putt. Sinks the putt for birdie. Well, now the par 4s begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. It does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that.
That's in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. He's made it. Moving on to number 16 now. It's a par 4, 414 yards. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
It's another hole that'll favor a nice sort of high draw off the tee. It'll set up that second shot to a green that has got several different levels on it. He's gone for a little extra.
But look at this. Look at all the power in that coil. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Frank, club selection so important on this second shot here at the 16th.
Yeah, any time that the elements don't work in your favor, and by that I mean here the false front, everything rolling back, then you've got to actually be more aggressive, and you're going to get the reward. So it's not like playing reckless golf. It's just The terrain dictates that you fly the ball every inch of the way.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie.
Really, this is that awkward length.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Has his par. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards, a par 4 that is, you know you're going to get a short on your eye. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
Great lie, and what a great shot. He has really hit it a long way. Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Birdie try up next. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Headed in the right direction with that birdie.
It just sneaks into the top 10. It's a good move this week.
Well, here we are at the final hole here at Banff Springs. 578-yard par 5, and Frank, a chance to finish the round with a flourish.
If you're one of the fortunate to hit this fairway, it's very reachable, but well protected by bunkers, left, right, central bunkers as well. You really have to be aware of two things: the wind direction and exactly how far you can carry that tee shot if you want to find this fairway.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Frank, he could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
It was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here. And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you cannot reach.